Thank you, Mr. President. Before I begin, I would like to bring to your attention an attack on Israeli citizens that occurred just this afternoon. A Palestinian terrorist shot and killed an Israeli couple. When you hear about this in the news, you will hear Israeli settlers. They were an Israeli couple, Ne'ama ve'Itam Hankin, driving with their children, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 4-month-old baby who were themselves injured in the attack. This happened just one day after Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian president, declared in the United Nations, "We are working on spreading the culture of peace and coexistence between our people and in our region." Mr. President, as we sit here today, nation states are disintegrating before our eyes. Libya, Syria, Yemen, Iraq. Bashar Assad continues to slaughter his own people with chemical weapons and barrel bombs. Waves of refugees arrive on European shores. ISIS, Boko Haram, and the Taliban and Al-Shabaab are on the offensive. And yet, too often, the focus of too many in this institution is on flagpoles and false promises. The global landscape is changing before our eyes. If we use all maps to navigate these new challenges of peace and security, we will end up on the road to nowhere. Mr. President, this week we've heard many world leaders talk about the need to fight ISIS. In this chamber, I want to pay a special tribute to the brave Kurdish men and women who are courageously fighting on the front line and on a daily basis against the vilest form of extremism and terrorism. The international community must embrace their cause, support their efforts, and recognize Kurdish aspirations. From Garissa in Kenya to Gao in Mali, violent Islamic extremism has destabilized states across Africa and terrorized innocent civilians. As the one country with a land border with the continent of Africa, and as an ally and partner of many African countries, Israel is deeply concerned with the security and stability of states facing the scourge of terrorism. Israel stands shoulder to shoulder with our African friends and stands ready to continue sharing our counterterrorism experience in every area, from aviation security to border protection. This week, the Jewish people celebrate the festival of Sukkot, when we remember the 40 years that the Israelites wandered throughout the desert on the way to the Promised Land. It's been 70 years since the UN Charter, and we are still wandering on our way to the promise of peace and security for all. Let us refocus the direction of this institution and live up to the commitment of the Charter to, quote, save succeeding generation from the scourge of war. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Merci beaucoup.